at the questions on the board. Okay. Now, they said, example, the equilibrium constant for the reaction at 500 Kelvin, okay, which is the equation here, is, look at the equation, this is the equilibrium constant, okay, for this reaction. This is the equilibrium constant for this reaction, okay. Now you are being asked, find the equilibrium constant for the following reaction, on the board. Look at the first one. Look at this reaction. Just look at this. And then look at this again. You will notice that this reaction here is the reverse of this reaction. Reverse means, look at where this one is. Look at where it is here. Look at where this one is. Look at where it is here. Look at where this one is. Look at it here. Reverse. Reverse means, if this is the forward reaction, this is the backward reaction. That's what it means. So what do we know about equilibrium constant for this kind of reaction? To get this number one, we know that the equilibrium constant for forward reaction is inverse of backward reaction, or we can say equilibrium constant for backward reaction is still inverse of the what? Forward reaction. So if we take that the forward reaction and this as the backward reaction, then we can call it Kv. So the Kv will simply be equal to 1 over the forward reaction, the equilibrium constant, which is what? 2.27 times 10 to the power of 3. So if you simplify this, you are likely to have 4.41 times 10 to the power of minus 4. So this is the value for the equilibrium constant. So I've done question 1. Okay? Now question 2. How do we do question 2? Question 2 says we should also find the equilibrium constant for this reaction. Now look at this reaction I'm showing you now. Now also look at the one that they gave us. You will notice that there is 2 here, there is 1 here. How can we reduce these 2 to 1? It's only when you multiply this thing by half. 2 times 1 over 2. If you multiply half to 2, it will turn to 1. Okay? Now, how did half come into this place? While there was 1 here. The only way you can convert this 1 to half is to still multiply 1 times half. It will give you what? Half. 1 times half will give you half. Okay? So it means that half that was gotten here is because this one here multiplied by half. Okay? Now, the next one is this. There was 2 here, but there is 1 here. And how do we get this one? It's only when you multiply 2 times half, you get 1. So what it means is that for this equation to turn to this equation, we multiply this person by half to get this. So whenever you multiply an equation by half and you want to get the equilibrium constant, how do you do about it? The equilibrium constant for this new one we are trying to find, which is this one, will be the old one. The old one is what? 2.27 times 10 to the power of what? 3. Raised to the power of that factor. The factor is the number that you use to multiply everybody here, which is what? Half. So this will be square root of 2.27 times 10 to the power of what? 3. So when you solve this, you are likely to get 47.6. 47.6. So this is the equilibrium constant. So understand what we did here. I just applied the rules or the properties of equilibrium constant to get these values.